Hey, welcome back to the next episode of our joint venture with Palladium and BBS Film Productions. Today, we are going to talk about nonverbal communication and some of the ways that you can be successful in doing this and not be misunderstood, I guess.
Misconstrued, yeah. Because it's a flat form of communication. There's no emotion unless you do things to convey those emotions.
Right. And I'll start out just by saying, asking everybody out there, how many emails do you get a day that just turn you off?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Either they're 3 or 4 paragraphs of not even social media. Let's say, different types of things you get from LinkedIn. I can't tell you how many times I get 4 or 5 paragraphs of copy with them asking me for something at the end.
Yeah.
And I don't even read that far. You don't have time. You got one sentence you have to worry about, So, that's a big deal. You know?
It is a huge deal. LinkedIn is ridiculous for unsolicited askings for your business.
Yes.
And as soon as you connect, there's an unsolicited, I want to do business with you.
Right.
Okay. And I find it insanely offensive. So you know what I do? I send them back the article of me retiring from coaching.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. So
because if you really have any idea of who I am, it's encapsulated in that. I am a person that's going to give, to the community. Now, granted, I did get paid. Okay, well, when you get paid in high school wrestling coach, it's like $1.11 an hour. And plus they should, well, whatever. That said, but at the end of the day, you're going to read this first before I even dare talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like back in their face, but in a very loving way.
Right.
It's like, do you understand who you're talking to?
Yeah, and the scary part about it, Peter, is a lot of those are automated robots.
Of course.
And it's so hard to get past that part of it. And fake accounts. I can't tell you how many fake accounts. You see this scantily clad, beautiful woman on the... God. Yeah. How many of those do you get a day, right? Yeah. And they're all like... I'm new to LinkedIn.
Right.
You look like a nice person to talk to. Yeah. I don't know what their scam is. I think it might be to get your contact information, eventually your bank account. But, the thing I don't like about that is even if you send it to LinkedIn and tell them it's a fake account, their robots say it's okay.
Yeah.
I've done that about a dozen times.
Well, you just block them. You got to block them.
Yeah, but you got to know these little things that to catch these people.
Right.
And the way is some of the things are like broken English.
Yeah.
How long they've been on LinkedIn.
Sure.
If it's been 2 weeks and they have 5 people, yet they're a vice president of, Honeywell.
Or Sephora.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All that's fake and all of it's from a third world country that's trying to get you something from you.
Exactly. But I that to me is superfluous. The thing that I don't like is the person that is like from Ottumwa, Iowa.
Yeah.
Who just solicits you for life insurance.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that's bad. But the other thing I think that we really should hit on with this is the flatness of that communication, whether it's from somebody that you know, right, or somebody that you don't know,
right,
and it's flat in text, it's flat in email, it's flat in DM, it's flat and sometimes in posts, maybe not if you're creative in your posts. So how do we get around that? And I think you have an answer.
Right. So let's say, and this has been true to form. I've done this a million times with people, and they've done it to me too. So, let's talk about text, for example.
Sure.
With the text, there's one very easy way that you can change the tone of a text.
Okay.
And texts are usually, for the majority of the time, they're designed to, honey, bring some milk home,
right.
home. Just think personally, but every so often you get a customer that you deal with that wants to deal in text.
Oh, yeah.
So they may say something like, when can I get this? And you're not sure exactly, or let's say even you're talking to them, and you say, when can I get these things from you? You could just send it like that. There's no emotion to it. People don't understand what they may look at it and go, well, are you being a little dry with me?
Yeah.
But if you put a little smiley emoji next to it, it changes the whole tone of things.
Sure.
You put the right emoji, don't overuse it,
Right. Yeah.
And believe it or not, customers, some of the bigger ones, I said a vice president of a huge company has their own emoji that they want to use every time.
Sure.
Don't use their emoji. We come up with another one, but as long as it's, positive and to the, happy, it changes the whole tone of things.
Sure. And it's really changed because it was a no-no.
It was a no-no.
A few years ago.
Right.
It was a no-no.
Right.
No professional is going to do that. And today they are. And so that's part of the overall culture imbuing itself on the professional culture.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I like that. But more importantly, if you have a problem with that, get on the call.
Get on the call.
Call them up. Say, hey, wait. No, that's not what I meant. Okay.
Right.
Get to it, and immediately. You got to do that.
Yeah.
So that's part of, I think, the problem with the disconnect with generations.
Yes.
I think the younger generation's so fearful of the phone, it's almost like it's radioactive.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Or confrontation in general.
Yeah, confrontation.
It's crazy.
Confrontation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Confrontation is there's no way they want any confrontation whatsoever. Any candid talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or to the point talk.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
And I don't want to say that about all of them, but that seems to be like the general consensus with a younger generation now. They've got that attitude that this is it. I have my way I'm going to do it. I'm entitled to this. And I really don't necessarily care about what you're thinking.
Yeah. And there's no there's no intellectual discourse. There's no dispassionate intellectual discourse. It's all about 0 to 60. So they get angry at you.
Yeah.
And you're like, you don't have the right to get angry at me because I'm making all the sense in the world. I'm being logical. I'm being professional. I'm giving you a great gem of information.
Yeah.
And you're getting aggravated because you're incompetent about it.
Yeah. And there's a great book out there. It's called Not Everybody Gets a Trophy. I strongly suggest you pick it up. If you're having a problem with anybody younger in that world, it tells some outstanding stories and outrageous stories about, what actually kids are saying to their bosses.
Sure, exactly.
I look at that, I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, Bill Maher did a whole shtick on it.
Oh yeah, right.
I mean, he did the Halloween thing.
Oh yeah.
What scares millennials?
Oh,
and he said, and the biggest scare is the phone.
Oh,
actually making a phone call.
Right. Yeah.
And they're screaming. It's kind of funny. Anyhow.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah. So I think the solution is that to be empathetic, but also to stand your ground and say you have to have this as your skill. Otherwise, you're never going to progress.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be in the 1% because only the 1% are in the 1%.
Yeah.
But you can make a very good living in the 10% or the 20% if you just up your game a little bit.
Yeah. Exactly right. So with that, I think the takeaway would be what again?
I think up your game.
Up your game.
Okay.
Up your game.
Yes. Emails are great. Texts are great. LinkedIn's great. DMs are great. All that. But up your game.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Have the skills to look somebody in the eye, meet somebody, give them a call.
Yeah.
Talk to them on Zoom or whatever, whatever.
Right.
But I think have those interpersonal people skills.
And get past the fear of it all. Because the fear is what it's all about, which is what our next episode is going to be about after this.
Great.
All right, great. Have a great day today, everybody, and look forward to talking to you on our next episode.
Peace.
Looking to take your podcast to the next level with video? Are you looking to develop a podcast but don't know where to start? From recording and editing to final distribution and marketing, we can help every step of the way to make your podcast stand out and get the results it deserves. Contact us today at premierpodcastpros.com to take your podcast to the next level.